Welcome to Linda's Real Deal Talk Show. Today, our guest is Zack Olinger. And guess what? We are co-authors together on a book called Stepping Up and Stepping Out. How do you show up? And I will ask Zack 3 questions about the book, his goals, and what advice would he give the audience in becoming victorious or successful in life. So let's give Zack Olinger a big warm welcome. Start with the first question, Zack.
Thanks, Linda. Thanks for having me. So the first question about the book, is that right? What inspired me
Yes.
to write the book?
Why did you decide to write the book?
So I enjoyed the idea of just communicating my story. I think all of us, each of us has a story to tell. And while we may not be able to reach everybody, but that's not the point, but the people that we're meant to reach, we will. And so I just love the idea of having the opportunity to express myself and share part of my life that way, and I'm grateful for the opportunity. So, yeah.
So do you want to tell us a little bit about what your story is about?
Sure. So my chapter in the book is about choice and about like honoring one's truth, or what I call honoring one's truth, which is basically any time that we have a sensation inside of us that we feel is the right way to go. But then there might be something that's obstructing us or stopping us. Usually it's a fear of either ridicule, or it could be familial expectations or something of that nature. And so my chapter is just about how I've been living my life, listening to that, and some of the struggles around that, but also the benefits of honoring that truth. So
That sounds good. So guess you have to check out the book. You can purchase it on Amazon. I hear for $8.95. So go to Amazon and look for Stepping Up and Stepping Out. How do you show up? I think his story would be very encouraging and inspirational for you. Now I'm going to ask Zack, what are your current goals?
my current goals are to basically allow myself to just find out what I'm supposed to teach. For a couple of years now, I've been called to teach, but I don't know exactly what that means or looks like yet. So my goal is to basically keep following that and letting that happen, and just connecting with that particular idea in new ways that I haven't before. And so ultimately it's to reach people and to teach. And that's part of the reason that I got connected with the book too. So I feel like that's definitely a part of it.
Yeah, very good. I think he's on the right road of reaching and encouraging this audience. Now I would like to ask him, what are some tips for the audience on how that they can succeed in life?
Sure. For myself, it's going to go back to the choice and honoring one's truth. So for me, there's pivot points in our lives, times where we've made a choice and it might seem rather insignificant at the time, but it turns out in retrospect to be a large, turning point. And that's true for me. Although I guess the point in time that I'm thinking of wasn't small, but like, I guess the takeaway that I'm trying to get to is that, when it comes to fear, I have a saying that like, don't let the fear stop you, because a lot of times in our lives, what we want, or really what we need, where our growth lies, is on the other side of that fear. That's not necessarily a new lesson for people, but I think the stories that we can share around that, as each of us probably has our own kind of tussle with that particular phenomenon, we will all connect with each other's stories a little bit differently. So that's basically my takeaway.
Yes, I love that. And if you would like to reach out to Zack, how can someone reach out to you? Are you on Facebook or?
Yeah, I am on Facebook or Instagram as the real Zack Olinger. So you can find me on Instagram there. So yep.
All right. So check out the real Zack. Thank you so much for joining us on Linda's Real Deal Talk Show. Stay tuned for the next episode, where we will be interviewing another co-author of Stepping Up and Stepping Out. How do you show up in life?